Okay, so doing something new for this video. As you can see with your eyes, I'm actually recording something. It's a box, but not just any box. No, it's a music box that plays music. Yeah, I'm going to be painting a music box today with my hands and real paint. Nothing digital here, but a little bit later. But it doesn't count because mostly I'm going to be focusing on this box that I got on Amazon during Christmas of 2020. Because I was planning on doing this a long time ago, but didn't. But today we finally have it out. We have this really cheap, really cheap music box. I think I got it for like $5. But anyway, first off, we're going to need to tape some stuff to make sure I don't destroy it. You know, because painting on that stuff's not good. And we also need to figure out the design. Originally, I was doing an ice cream theme. That was my idea back in Christmas time. But now that I'm really working on the Golden Failure AU, I was like, nah, you know what? I'm going to do Tia. I need to do my girl. So I'm using a lot of her colors. The sign you just saw, it's actually Tia in Ninjago language. I used the little book I got from my Ninjago City Gardens to figure that out, even though I could have just, looked it up online, but I didn't. But anyway, so I'm just figuring out the main idea of this design I wanted, and this is what I got. Roll that tape in. Yep, fit it. There we go. And then we got our paint. Well, technically, it's gesso, but, it does the same thing. Oh, yeah, and I forgot. I messed up with the recordings, but we're just going to forget that. I kept it in because I just wanted to show you guys that I don't know how to make videos like this. It took me a long time to make this video for you guys because I don't record live at all. I bought a special little light. It's very tiny. I probably should have gotten two, but I only got one. And then I have two dressers. One's really tall and the other's a lot shorter. And I'm putting this little thing that holds my phone on my tallest dresser, and it's just like hovering over the smaller one in order to record this. So it's with my phone. I'm recording my voice with my phone. Everything's with my phone. I don't have a camera. I don't have a mic. I mean, I do, but it's my phone. So, if this turns out good, like if it took a really long time to make this stupid box. It took all day, really. But I thought it was fun, and I really enjoyed, the finished project, which you haven't seen yet. But, if you guys like this type of thing, I would be more than willing to invest in an actual camera to, do this stuff so the colors look nicer and it's not so weird looking. I guess it's not that weird looking, but a better camera will make a better looking video, which is better than what I have. Okay. Anyway, let's actually start talking about this box. I'm painting it purple. I could have just painted the whole thing purple first without the gesso, but I was really worried that the little princess designs would stick out if I didn't put the gesso on there, so I just did. I also realized after taking off the tape, which will not be in the video, that I probably should have sanded the box beforehand because it's so slick. Anyway, I got these beautiful Posca markers. I'm so excited about these things. I have never used Posca before, but I've seen a lot of other people use them, and they looked really cool, and I have a bunch of canvases that I don't use because I don't paint. Now it is time to open the Poscas and start them up. I don't know what you call doing this to the pens, because you have to tap them repeatedly in order for the ink to come out. I'm sure that there's an actual word for what I am doing. I do not know what that word is. If you do, enlighten me, just to show how dumb I am. How inexperienced I am. I was very scared drawing this freaking heart. It's so sloppy. I'm so used to having my iPad and doing the undo button all the time, and I think the stress of knowing like you can only do it once and then it's done kind of freaked me out a bit. So it's not the best heart, I know, but you know, it's still, you just gotta embrace it and accept it for what it is, a crappy heart. That's fine, because it'll look better once you put more paint on it. But yeah, here I decided that I wanted a lighter shade because it didn't pop out enough for me. I wanted like a kind of a gold look, and orange seemed like a good fit, but I decided it's not a good fit, and I had to deal with another mistake, but that's okay because I can just go over it with more Posca paint, which is why I think this is so cool. The white did not like layering. Again, I've never used Posca before, so I'm not sure if there's a special way to layer the paint or a special way to mess up layering. I don't know the do's and don'ts. I mean, I just know you draw and it's there and it's paint, and that's great. It does chip a little bit. I noticed, at least with my heart, it chipped a little bit. Everything else was fine, except the heart, which is like the main part of this. Just like the main part of this box. That's okay. Only like the star attraction of this piece got cracked. It's fine. It does layer, you know, when I'm layering something else besides, you know, the white, it was great. It, you know, the yellow did fine. And this is my fan. Hi, fan. Bye. But you can kind of see the cracks. I was trying to go on top of it. It did not work out. I would try like making it gush out more white. Did not work either. Eventually I gave up. I'm not a ninja. I quit. But I tried my best. Hello, fan. The fan was like my best friend while doing this stupid little project because there was so much drawing. I was actually, while I was painting and prepping this box, I was still waiting for my Poscas to arrive from Amazon. And I was like, oh, I can just prep it and everything will be ready and fine. And then the pens arrived and I'm like, I'm still waiting for everything to dry. I'm not even ready to finish this piece. But, you know, I'm glad I prepped it before I got my markers, because I wouldn't have been able to do this video today. Or, you know, I wouldn't be able to finish it in one day. I would have had been a 2-day thing, which is probably normal, I guess. But, you know, I had a lot of time after work, so I was able to do it, and I had a fan. So, yeah, that helped, but it was still a lot of drawing. I probably should be more patient. Oh, yes, that I made a mistake. I shook the pen without the cap on, and it just splattered all over my background, and it made me really sad because I knew I have to throw it away after I finished this video. So my background will never be clean the rest of this video now because of my mistakes. But it's okay because you learn from your mistakes. Hopefully I'll learn from my mistakes. But yeah, it's fun. It was fun, and it makes it so much more easy because I've painted other stuff before with, you know, paintbrushes, the thing you used to paint with. But I always wanted to like draw with paint, which is difficult for me because I want to make my cartoon people, but my hand's not steady enough. I also don't have the proper brushes for it, or the patience. It's difficult, like, because you have to draw your character on the thing, and then you have to paint it, and then fix the lines all the time, and then fix that, and it's a lot more messy, and it's like, I always had issues with it. So I thought these pens would be really cool because I have so many canvases. I have so many. And I don't know what to do with them because besides abstract art and stuff like that, I don't really want to, or I do want to, but it's just so difficult and messy to draw my own characters on them. So I'll probably make another video of actually using my canvases and maybe drawing other characters. I think that will be really fun. But this was sort of like the test run because I needed to do this music box because I've had this music box in my closet for months now. I have a few other things in my closet for ideas. I had Christmas ornaments because obviously I bought this during Christmas thinking that, oh, I will do it. I didn't do it in time. But, so I have Christmas ornaments. I have, I got letters. I got a friend named Kylie. She got me JJ letters, so I could paint those too. I got a bunch of birdhouses, which I have a lot of ideas. Like, they're really tiny birdhouses. I actually made gingerbread houses and posted them on my Instagram during Christmas. So if you know what those are, it's the same kind of birdhouse. But I have a few ideas for those. Maybe I can do that again if this goes well, because obviously phone video is not always the best, but we're gonna say it's good enough. The back is actually the only side I did not have a design for, so I'm just winging it here. It's very plain, simple, not very creative at all. But I ended up putting Tia's name in the back, again using the Ninjago language. That's what it looks like, you know. I will only be able to read it because I know that that's what it's supposed to be. But I think it's really cool that that they do this because I have the City Garden set, and it took me 2 days to build. First off, it took me 2 days, but it was amazing. My fingers were bruised, but they have a bunch of signs all around the set, and you can decipher all of them with the little packet that they give you. And there's so many interesting little things in this build. It's amazing. It's really expensive, but if you have money, or if you have a bunch of friends or family that were willing to pitch in for a birthday present, or some sort of celebration where you get stuff, I highly suggest it. It's so cool, especially if you're a big Ninjago fan. I mean, if you're a Lego fan, it's giant. I'm sure you would enjoy it, even if you didn't like Ninjago, but, I like it a lot. It's up on my dresser. Oh, it's Mod Podge time. There we go. Aw, so perfect. So I don't paint a lot, so this is some old Mod Podge. It worked fine. It's a few years old, but it gets the job done. I'm just here painting it. This is, again, another reason why drawing took so long, as I had the gesso, I had the purple, I had the Posca, and now I have this. It's a lot. It's a lot of drawing because there's so many parts where it's like, well, I've done each side. Now I can't continue on more sides until these other sides get dry. So it's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of waiting, which, drawing on my iPad, it's so fast. I can do it easily, and it's not messy. It's so much of a mess. You can't see it in the video besides the obvious splatter, which is, I guess it is a mess. Yeah, but there's so much stuff everywhere. Just, there's my lights, there's my fan, there's all the other paint that I haven't used yet, the water. There's a lot. It can be a hassle. People who do this for their own stuff, like, kudos to them for being able to deal with it. It is fun, but it's a lot to deal with, and I'm just not used to doing this traditional art as much anymore, because I'm sucked into my tablet now. Oh, look, okay, we're gonna talk about this girl. We need a big close-up on her. Yes, she's the little freckled baby. I don't have a name for her. I'm just gonna call her Freckles because she's going to be destroyed soon. But she's pretty cute. One of the main reasons I chose her is because she has a little dress, but Tia does not have a crown, so we're gonna have to take that thing off. There we go, leaving a giant hole in her head. She has no brain, unless the crown was her brain. That's gross. Don't touch it. Don't. Ugh. Okay. So we're gonna have to make Tia. This is what she looks like. If you don't know, I like to use epoxy sculpt. I used to use this when making Funko Pops. Funko Pops, but so they're, again, old. A lot of my stuff is really old because I do not do traditional art anymore. But anyway, we're just filling up her head and then also working on her hair, which part of me didn't want. I should have started her first because it takes a while to dry. It takes a few hours to dry. But I guess I wasn't thinking about sculpting her hair for some reason. I knew I had to take the crown out and that there would be a hole in her head and that I would have to fill up anyway. But I don't know. I don't know where I was inside my head, but it turned out fine. So that's good. But in the future, you would probably want to sculpt first because, well, especially because she's plastic. I could have used like Sculpey and put it in the oven and that would have been fast, but I don't really want to smell burning plastic in my house, so we did this. And it's plastic, and the Poscas. I can talk, I promise. The Poscas worked really well on the plastic. I was a little worried it might chip off. It has not yet. It seems fine. The only problem I had was getting into little crannies in her hair and stuff. It was a little hard because these are the medium tipped versions. I ended up using a paintbrush to help get in there. It's still not the finest job I could have done, but you know, it's good enough. She's good enough. She's happy how she is. She's holding on to a star. I don't know. I think it's a star. I don't know why the little girl was holding on to a star. There was no star theme for this. It was just princess, you know. But I decided to change this weird object she's holding into flowers, which you'll see me paint later. And as I was painting it, it was not my original intent, but Tia does eventually go to the city gardens where Zane is, and you know, it's the city gardens, so of course there'll be flowers there. And so in my head, she's holding flowers from the city garden and is sniffing them because it's been a while since she's seen pretty greenery because the world sucks where she's from. The world, it's very gray and sad, not happy, opposite of happy. So she's enjoying this tiny little moment of happiness with her stupid little flowers. Yes. I'm sorry. The hair is not the right color. I know it's not the right color, but I didn't have the right one. The Posca pens. This is the closest I got, which is it's pretty good. It's pretty close, not exact, but pretty darn close. I was actually really worried because I didn't think until I started painting the box, like, oh crap, I might not have Tia's dress colors. But luckily I did, so we can just feel good about that. Or at least I can. You guys probably don't care, which is fine. Oh. Guess it's another tiny box. What's in this tiny box? Opening. It's a key. Oh, wow. It's a really old giant / tiny key. Cool. well, I'll put that away and get back to this tiny box. This tiny box is going to be JJ, or Jay, Jay Walker. I call him JJ just so I can, know the difference. Everybody else is just called Zane, Cole, Kai. I don't draw him. But Jay has a special little nickname. Why? I don't know. I just did it. I guess Cole could be like Rocky. That's it. That's all I got. But anyway, I thought that would be kind of fun to make it J because this is the only other box I had, and well, I thought I had a lot of drawing time. Let's paint another thing, and that's what I did. So even though this is like the second half of the video, I am drawing this in between drawing sessions, which, made me less bored. So that's a plus. That's a plus. That's a plus. I think it is funny. I didn't gesso this one just because there wasn't stuff on it as far as, princesses go. I'm not sure if I should have gessoed it. I don't think it needed to be, honestly. I think it was fine. Well, especially for what I did after painting it, which you'll find out later. This box will not stay nice forever. But I did enjoy it. This was a lot more of a simple painting job. I used to love painting stuff. My Mima would buy me a bunch of craft stuff, especially around Christmas time and Halloween, and we would just paint little things, and it was so much fun. I don't get to do it anymore. Oh, wait, there's another thing in here? Come on, what is it? A button. Okay. Well, what I wanted to do with this box was, show off the nice, pretty version before I mess it up. Let's sign that real quick. 2021, yay. And splatter, blood, all that good stuff. Because this is Jay from the Golden Failure AU, so everything's a little bit more bloody, everything's, more dark, and, I just wanted to really mess this thing up because it's fun. I love messing things up and making it kind of rigid. Don't do what I'm doing right now. I used a knife. I didn't record the rest because I wanted to be safe, but yes, this is my box. I think it looks really cool. I love having the giant gashes coming out of it. I think it really suits the character. Love the colors too. And the inside glows. So that's a pretty little interesting thing. Here's my music box. Oh, it's so pretty. And there it is, my 2 boxes. I hope you enjoyed this video.